Another season in Scottish football is coming to an end. And once again, it's a two-horse race between Rangers and Celtic for the title. This will mark the 39th year in a row that either Rangers or Celtic have won the league. They need a new challenge. Today, we're moving the green half of Glasgow to the Premier League. Will Celtic sink or will they swim? And can we eventually make them Champions League winners? Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Celtic in the Premier League. This is the default starting 11 that EA have given us. And in terms of which team we removed, of course, it had to be last place in real life. Sheffield United have gone down to the Championship, and then Rotherham United have been shipped up to Scotland. But we have got some serious work to do here at Celtic Park if they're going to stay up in the Prem this year. Whilst I agree that Joe Hart is a legend of the game, and he knows how to get it done in the Premier League, I don't know if we survive relegation with a 71 rated goalkeeper as our starting keeper, which is why our first signing is to bring in a new starting shot stopper. It is the Serbian keeper, Vanja Milinkovic-Savic, joining us here from Torino. But our first player move within the club is a loan move. Auden Thiago Holm, the young midfielder, off to Genoa on 2-year loan. And Oh Hyun-gyu is heading to Mainz for the year. It does not make sense though for us to have 4 goalkeepers on our books. So we're going to sell Benjamin Siegrist to Watford on a permanent transfer. More improvements to our defense are going to be paramount though this season. We're going to sign the Polish centre half Jakub Kiwior, joining us from Arsenal for £13.8 million. And I want to make sure our youth is taken care of as well. Ben Doak used to play for Celtic before he moved to Liverpool. He's only had 2 games in 2 years at Liverpool. We're bringing him back to Celtic, and I would love if we could turn him into a club legend, like I'm sure they hoped a few years ago. But for the time being, I'm adding him to the loan list because he has some potential to grow. We do get one loan move though for another right winger, the South Korean Yang Hyun-jun, off to Nottingham Forest for the year. And we get Ben his loan move, 2 years at Coventry City. I'm really interested to see how he is when he gets back. But for this first season, we are going to change the position of our Japanese winger, Daisen Maeda, from a left winger to a right winger. Not going too crazy on the transfers though in this first window, just Milinkovic-Savic and Kiwior into the defense here. It's a pretty well-rounded side, and it's really going to depend. We've still got money in the budget, so it's going to depend on how we start this season, how the growth of players, especially like Johnson and Taylor, goes, as to where we look to make changes in January. But the big question, will we find ourselves in a relegation battle with Celtic? I'm sorry, what? 6th. We're in the title hunt. Here I am saying that Celtic need a real challenge, and within the first half of season 1, we're basically safe from relegation, and we're 6th in the Premier League. We're in with a hunt of European football. What is actually going on? Tottenham leading the league. I mean, we're above Man United, Liverpool, Burnley, Luton Town, Crystal Palace having stinkers. Oh my God. And as we try to cement our place in hopefully European football next year, we're going to sell our starting left back, Greg Taylor, to West Ham United. And we're going to get our upgrade. It is the Dutch left back, Tyrell Malacia. Things haven't gone 100% as planned at Manchester United. He's looking for solid, consistent first team football. He's looking to be the star of the show. So we're going to offer that to him here as he joins us at Celtic Park for £17 million. I genuinely can't believe this. We dropped off a little bit from the 1st of January, but to finish 7th this year is beyond my wildest expectations. Maybe Celtic should actually be making a push to join the Premier League permanently. We wanted to know if they could sink or swim. Right now, they're swimming freestyle at the Olympics. Newcastle United do end up winning the Premier League title though. Relegation zone is going to see Palace, Luton, and Burnley heading down. Liverpool did win the FA Cup. How'd we go in that one? We made it to the round of 16, but we lost to Southampton. Spurs win the Carabao. We went out to Portsmouth in the round of 32 there, which is not ideal. The Champions League goes to Real Madrid. Liverpool win the Europa, and the Conference League goes to Victoria Pleasant. But I want to check in on the Scottish League and see how it turned out this year without Celtic. Did Rangers just absolutely dominate? Imagine if Rotherham ended up winning it. Yeah, Rangers ended up winning the league, 73 points, 5 points ahead of Hearts, and Hearts come in 3rd right now in real life, so that makes sense. Rotherham down in 7th, so they're mid-table. But I am debating on doing one of these with Rangers in the Premier League in the next few weeks, so if you want to see that, show some love to this video, below, let me know. What a year though. Kyogo Furuhashi has bagged himself 21 goals. Our front three, I was nervous. Luis Palma, the Honduran winger, 14 and 5. Matt O'Reilly, I expected him to be a stud in this one. Maeda had a half decent year, although I might look to upgrade next year. Regardless though, I'm really happy with this first year. That's really good. Ben Doak, I'm assuming his name's pronounced Doak, goes up +5 in his first year at Coventry. Yang Hyun-jun up to a 71. Oh Hyun-gyu up to a 73. But with a lot of talent coming back to the club next year, we're going to have to do some real sorting out. Just one player leaving on a free though, Joey Dawson. I could renew him, but his wages are just not worth it. And I could go and get somebody higher rated and younger off the free agency if I wanted. Season 1 with Celtic in the Premier League though was a complete success. Let's see if we can build on that next year. We need to build on the success we had last year. We need to push for European football and avoid second season syndrome. We're getting right into the market and signing Brian Mbeumo, the Cameroonian winger, is coming across or coming up to Glasgow from Brentford, £23.7 million. There is a lot of moving around to be done in this squad though. Gonna start off with a player departure here. Nicholas Kuhn is off to Nottingham Forest for £5 million. And I tried to get this guy a loan move last year, but it wouldn't come through. Finally, we get it over the line though. Rocco Vata off to Leicester for the year. Another loan move here. Lawal off to Anderlecht. And Marco Tilio, the Australian, off to Salernitana for the year. This was a tough one. I did some thinking about it and I thought, all right, if we want to take that next step, I know Kyogo had a great year for us, but he's 29 years of age, 78 overall. He might get up to 79 or 80 if we're lucky, but I want to sign somebody. I want to get a striker who's already above that marker to begin with and that can grow to become an absolute superstar. So we're cashing in on our club Golden Boot winner, Kyogo Furuhashi, off to Aston Villa. And whilst we wait to sign a striker, we're going to sell Lager Bjelkia, the Swedish defender, to Trabzonspor. Add Michael Johnson to that list. He came back from his loan spell at West Brom. The 25-year-old is moving permanently. There we go, lads. We get ourselves a star striker into the club. We scored goals, like a lot of goals up front last year. I'm expecting us to absolutely crush it this year in comparison. Please welcome to Celtic Park, the Argentinian striker, Valentin Castellanos. He does join us from Lazio for £34 million. You know what, fellas? We're not done. We're bringing in another player from Brentford here. The whole right-hand side of our squad is now Brentford signings, but the Scotsman, Aaron Hickey, is coming back to the motherland. £17.3 million. That is a bargain of a signing. And I mean, he spent 4 years of his youth career at Celtic, so it makes sense. Why not bring him back? I feel like between him and Doak, we're giving a lot of former Celtic players a redemption arc. And with the signing of Hickey, I don't want any competition or bad blood at the right back role. So we're going to cash in here. Alistair Johnson, the Canadian defender, off to Crystal Palace. We've been at Celtic for a little over 12 months now, and we have revolutionized this squad. I now feel like we should be pushing for European football. We should be pushing for Conference League, Europa League, maybe the Champions League, but I'm happy with the starting 11 we have right now. And of course, coming 7th in the Premier League means we have Conference League football. Ironically, this could never happen in real life, but we are in the same group as one of our teams from our nation. We've been drawn with Aberdeen in our group. And personally, I would love if we could go on a run in the Conference League. Sitting 8th in the Premier League right now, which is still okay. I mean, I always get worried in these second seasons that we're going to find ourselves down in the relegation zone. Luckily, we're not there. We're not as safe as we were last year, but the hunt for European football again next year, still on. We also came 2nd in our Conference League group, Aberdeen and Rosenborg having an absolute stinker. So we are into the preliminary rounds. The dream of silverware there is still alive as well. A huge blow for our squad here in January though. Rio Hatate still out for 6 weeks with a torn groin injury. And this is one of the positions where we really do not have depth behind O'Reilly and Hatate. So that's going to force our hand here. We're going to go out and get Alex Scott as a long-term backup option, maybe even loan option to grow into a first team player. But for the next 6 weeks, he's going to be a starting 11 player. Alex Scott joining us for £14.6 million from Bournemouth. But we drop down to 9th here. Don't tell me we're going to get caught in a trap where we're just mid-table consistently. 9th in the Premier League in Season 2, which I would have probably been expecting that before I started recording, to finish 9th in the Premier League in Season 2. But given our performance in Season 1, I'm a little disappointed. Regardless though, the Premier League is going to Man City, and relegated are going to be Wolves, West Brom and Brighton. Bournemouth do win the FA Cup. We went out in the 4th round to Villa. Man City do win the Carabao Cup. We actually went out 5-4 in the semi-final to Man United. Juve win the Champions League. Man City are just, it should be no surprise, they're dominant. But how did we end up going in the Conference League? Prelims, we move on. Perfect. 5-2 on aggregate there. Round of 16, we beat Royal Union, who were in our group. We beat them 3-6. I'm happy about that one. So we're going on a bit of a cup run here. Quarterfinals, we beat Lyon. All right, we're into the final 4. Can we get ourselves to a Conference League final? No, we do not. We lose 5-4 to AC Milan, who go on and beat Antwerp to win the Conference League. So that means we have no European football next season. What a first year though from Brian and Bueno coming to the club. Matt O'Reilly as well, my God. The production from this team is actually cooked. I'm happy about that one, lads. We're gonna have to make a decision though, probably upgrade the midfield next year because Rio Hatate, another massive injury for him, becoming extremely injury prone this season. We are gonna be saying goodbye though to James Forrest and Joe Hart, both of whom are gonna be retiring. Ben Doak, he's coming back next year though after his loan. Gets up to a 73 this year. I'll probably look to get another loan for. I'll probably look to keep loaning him out, but there is potential for him to be a first team player down the line. O'Reilly and McGregor have been absolutely killing it in the midfield. It's about time we gave them a little bit more help. We're going to sign Joey Veerman on a cut price deal. He had less than 12 months remaining on his contract, which is always a nice sight to see. Joey Veerman joining us here from PSV. I do think it's time we go for a new man in between the sticks though. Milinkovic-Savic was only here for the short term. He was here to get us through the initial stages of the Premier League survival. He's done a great job at that, but now we need somebody who's going to take us to European glory. The clean out continues though. Stefan Welsh off to Genk. And I'm hoping we can get Doak up to near like the 8. Maybe 80's too hopeful. But we're going to send Ben Doak on another year-long loan, this time to Monza. And Kwon Hyuk-Kyu off to Luton Town permanently. We found our goalkeeper of the future. It is the French shot stopper, Lucas Chevalier. His value goes down, which is frustrating. But the Frenchman, 23 years of age, 83 overall, joining us from Monaco for £38 million. Another loan move here for Rocco Vata off to Girona for the year. And Alex Scott, after 6 months at the club, we're going to finally get him a loan move. He could really be a great prospect for us down the line. But for now, we're going to give him some time with David Moyes at West Ham. I will say, I am stoked that McGregor is still growing. He's 32 years of age, 82 overall. I want to see how long we can keep him here. I don't know if he's going to get any more growth, but I would love if McGregor is still trotting around, at least on the bench, when we hopefully win a Champions League title. But for this year, the goal needs to be Champions League qualification. We've got some players that are ready. O'Reilly could easily leave for one of the top sides, so we need to become that top side so he stays. I have kept £56 million though in the transfer budget. We have got a lot of money to throw around in January, and I'm going to be ready to do so. It's just a matter of where. Celtic are in the title fight. You love to see it. We sit 4th right now, 39.2 points behind league leaders Manchester City. I want to make a big move to not only secure the hope of getting Champions League football for season 4, but give ourselves the best shot possible for that Premier League title. And the centre-back role is where we go for it. I'm stoked about this though, because not only have we got a +1 upgrade on Cameron Carter-Vickers, someone that's 4 years younger, we've also weakened a Premier League rival. We signed Timber from Arsenal. He's going to be long-term a great signing. But it's also incredible because we play Arsenal today in the Premier League. And it pays off because we get the win over them. We couldn't win the Premier League title. That's such a tight top 4, man. We get into the Champions League though, which end of the day is the #1 goal. 4th place though, 6 losses. The draws have killed us. 1 less draw and oh my God, we get 2nd, maybe even win the league. But I can't complain because we're playing Champions League football in season 4 with Celtic. Who got relegated? Bournemouth, Norwich and Watford. Man City win the FA Cup this year. We didn't really do anything. We went out to Man City in the 5th round. Man United win the Carabao. Again, no real impact there. We haven't won any trophies since we lost to Harrogate. Okay. But man, we haven't won any trophy since we've come to England. We've been close most years, but still nothing. Champions League goes to Atletico, Europa League goes to Sociedad, and the Conference League is Atalanta's. The front three absolutely carrying Palma with 21-6, Castellanos 20-5, and Buemo not as good as last year, but 20 goal contributions altogether. And the overall of Matt O'Reilly is ridiculous. How did Scott go? Scott hit 80 as well. Nice. I'm telling you though, fellas, Callum McGregor is Benjamin Bloody Button. 84 overall, plus 2 growth at 33 years of age. Please don't stop. With his loan spell, Doak up to a 76, Varda up to a 75, we've got talent at the right wing spot. One of our priorities next season, though, is to bring in a new backup goalkeeper, Scott Bain. He's not retiring, but we're not going to be offering him a new contract either. Our next big challenge awaits, though, in season number 4. Bring on the Champions League, ladies and gentlemen. Coming into this season, I'm super happy with the progress and the state of the starting 11. So for me, this season's all about improving the bench, the reserves, and really building out this squad. The first addition for this 4th season is for a backup right back. It's a face we all know and love. It is all I don't necessarily know about loving, but it's Matty Cash. We got him on a very cheap £12.8 million deal from Villa. I actually debated on bringing in Josh Doig. I'm going to assume his last name is pronounced a few years ago, but he just wasn't ready overall wise. Now we're going to bring him in as a backup left back to Tyrell Malacia. I can also fill in at the left midfield spot, which is a nice benefit. He's going to join us, another Scotsman in the club. The most important one was for a new backup goalkeeper. I was debating getting somebody that was kind of crappy and younger or lower, but I thought, all right, if we're going to get a backup goalkeeper, we may as well get someone that's going to help us when he has to come in. So the Brazilian Lucas Perry is joining us from Lyon. Unfortunately, though, Dyson Mieda wanted out of the club. He wanted more game time, which I understand. We're going to sell him on a permanent transfer to Palace. I am happy to say goodbye to Haksabanovic as well. We've got Marco Tilio, who plays the same position. He's the same overall and is like 4 or 5 years younger. So we're also going to send Rocco Varda on a 2-year loan. But as I was alluding to, Haksabanovic is off to Nottingham Forest for 7.7 mil. Benny Boy's on the move again. This time, off to my favourite club, Fulham. I'm not done trying to build out the squad depth though. We're going to get a defensive midfielder here as backup for McGregor. The German defensive midfielder Vitaly Janel joining us from Sassuolo. And it is a huge signing as a backup striker. He's getting a lot of applause, I guess. That's a big celebration to bring him in, but it's a backup striker here, Vangelis Pavlidis, the Greek striker, signing on from Manchester United. Big moves made to the overall ability of this squad. I mean, the starting 11, like I said, I want to give this full starting 11 a season just with no changes to see how we can perform, to see how we can go in the Champions League. I don't know if we have a champion. Damn it, McGregor's gone down 1 overall. All right, we need to keep an eye on that, but I don't know if we have a Champions League winning squad this season. Definitely players like O'Reilly and Castellanos already, but as a whole, this is going to be a really interesting year. The bench, strong. Very strong bench, very strong reserves. I'm hopeful about this season, but I'm also equally curious. Our Champions League group features the likes of Lazio, Sociedad, and Shakhtar Donetsk, which definitely could be worse. I mean, you're at a disadvantage when you qualify for the Champions League as the 4th place team, as the final spot in your league. I thought there was a real possibility of us getting matched up with the Real Madrid and Barcelonas of the world. We can't sleep on these teams though, especially Sociedad. In rebuilds, in career mode, they've got a very good side. So we need to absolutely dominate this group. We need to step up and get ourselves through to the knockout rounds. There you go. All right. I probably expected Sociedad to top the group and us to come second, but we get no losses. And ourselves and Sociedad have walked Group G here. We're through to the round of 16. Who have we got? We've got Barcelona. Oh, Barcelona. Come on, man. Who has Sociedad got? Sociedad. Why couldn't we get Monaco or Malmo? We get Barcelona. What kind of reward for topping our group is that? Oh my God, man. All right. If we're going to have to do anything this year, we're going to have to do it the hard way. But we are having an incredible season here. Just 1 loss all season in the Premier League. We've got a half decent buffer on the teams outside of the top 4. But I want to go for that Premier League title. 6 draws. Sort that out, fellas. Well, this is going to be the best way to test where we're at. Barcelona, Champions League knockout rounds. We've got some absolute superstars. I mean, when you look past McGregor going down and Hickey being just 84, we've actually got a really good team here. All right, let's see what we got in store. Away at the Camp Nou for the first leg, and it is a 2-2 draw, and Buemo ties it up at the death, and we're heading back to Glasgow, back to Celtic Park, with everything to play for. I mean, Celtic have beaten Barcelona before. I think back to like a decade ago now, when Celtic beat Barcelona. Shout out Tony Watt. But second leg at Celtic Park. Can we get another famous night in the history of Celtic Football Club? No, we do not. We go Ferran Torres. They got a red card in the 20th minute and scored a minute after that. Where is the logic? We go down 2-1 to Barcelona, and our Champions League dreams in season 4 end in the round of 16. Now we just need to lock in and get ourselves top 4 football again, and hopefully a Premier League title. The draws! Not the draws. Oh my, 13 draws. 3 losses. We only had 3 losses all year, but we finished 7 points behind Man City. I mean, we're in the Champions League regardless, but I wanted to win the Premier League. Imagine going into the Champions League next year as champions of England. Gotta sort out those draws, lads. But relegation zone, Southampton, Leicester, Brighton back down again. Tottenham, holy shit, Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury make the FA Cup final. Are you trying to tell me we could have been versing Shrewsbury in an FA Cup final? We lose 2-1 to Tottenham in the semis. Shrewsbury, who the hell did they beat on the way? They beat Liverpool. They beat Man City. What is going on? Shrewsbury beat Barnsley as well. They beat Wolves in a replay. Where are they? They beat Salford in the 3rd round. 2nd round, they beat Doncaster on pens. That's actually hilarious. Shrewsbury beating Liverpool and Man City is crazy. But we add our first trophy to the trophy cabinet, winning the Carabao Cup over Burnley on penalties. Kind of devastating how close yet equally far away from a treble we were this year. Barcelona ended up making it to the Champions League final where they lost to PSG. Inter Milan win the Europa League, and Arsenal win the Conference League. Bryan Mbeumo, I love you, man. 43 goal contributions is actually mental. Castellanos up to an 87 overall. Our Honduran winger Luis Palma up to an 85 now with 27 goal contributions. And how about Alex Scott? He bags 15 goal contributions off the bench. Unfortunately though, Callum McGregor going down to an 82. I'm definitely keeping him in the squad, but I think we're going to have to make a big upgrade at the defensive midfield role next year. Some things just make sense. Signing Declan Rice on a cut price deal, that falls into the category. We knew we needed a star defensive midfielder here to increase our chances of a Champions League run. And signing Declan Rice ain't gonna hurt at all. 88 rated. We get him for just £60 million from the Gunners. And to add to our squad depth, we are gonna bring Captain America to Glasgow. Cameron Carter-Vickers came to me, said, "Boss, I want to stay at the club, but I need some more help from the Yanks here." So we've gone out and signed Christian Pulisic as a backup left winger. That now means we only have a 1 overall drop-off between our Honduran winger and our American winger. That's good squad depth. We have got talent spewing out of our eyeballs. This team is ridiculous. The starting 11, so damn strong. The bench, so damn strong. The reserves, so damn strong. I am excited for this year. If we came out of the Champions League in the round of 16 last year, God only knows how we'll do this year. And the best part, we've still got £151 million in the transfer budget to make changes in January. We've got to take it one stage at a time here with the Champions League. And I mean, you look at this group, Group G. How did we get a good group in Group G last year when we were 4th place? This year, we get Juve, Frankfurt, Lyon. That is a group of death. This group is so damn tough. If we can top it, I'm going to be over the moon. If we even get out of it, to be honest, I'll be stoked. I'll take it. I'll take it. Frankfurt through with us. Frankfurt come through with 1 win. That's actually hilarious. But we go undefeated here. 3 wins, 3 draws. That's fine with me. We're into the round of 16. And I'm hoping when I press the R1 button on my controller right now that the name Barcelona doesn't show up. It's not Barcelona, but it's Atletico Madrid. Barcelona got Frankfurt. That's actually hilarious. 6th in the Premier League though. That is not hilarious. We're only, what, 9 points? I say only. We're 9 points away from the top of the table, but we're only 3 from Champions League qualification. End of the day, we need to get that again. I'm putting the war chest to good use, lads. Fabio Moretti is coming to Glasgow. We've signed him from Manchester United here. It's a +2 upgrade at the centre midfield position on Vermeer. £105 million. That's going to be huge for the back half of the Premier League season. And most importantly, our Champions League run. Last year, same stage, we made the trip to Spain. Ultimately, didn't work out too well for us. We've got a much better side, both on new additions and from players growing than we did last year. Matty Cash is in for the first leg as Hickey is suspended, so I'm hoping he can step up and get a job done for us on the road. We get the win. It would have been nice if Nicholas Jackson didn't get that goal in the 89th minute, but regardless, they miss a penalty. Palmer with a brace, and we have a 1-goal lead to take back to Glasgow. Hickey's back in, and we have a 1-goal lead to protect. 3-2 against Atletico Madrid to get to for the first time in this series, get to the quarterfinals of the Champions League, which we do. 6-4, and we do it. I was about to say without no yellow cards. Moretti gets a yellow card though. Castellanos with a brace, and Mbuemo with a goal there. We're through to the Champions League quarterfinals. That would have been a chaotic final few minutes. No suspension though for Moretti. Nice. Quarterfinal time, we have Roma. Still the big dogs of Spain still around. Manchester derby as well. There are some big teams and some big games still to go. Full strength side as we start the first leg off. A little differently to the rest of the video, we are at home for the first leg here. We need to take a lead back to Rome. I want it to be a big one, but I'll honestly take any lead. We get the lead. It's O'Reilly with a brace. The one thing I like about this team is that we don't rely on just one person for the goals. I feel like we spread the wealth around quite nicely. We're building quite the habit of holding on to leads here. If we can do that again here, I'll be very happy. Away in Rome, second leg. We go to extra time, but we get the win. Oh my God. So João Felix sent it to extra time, but Veerman, the man who got benched in January, puts his sad feelings aside and books us a spot in the Champions League semi-finals. Oh my God. I called it. I called it last year. Real Sociedad are good on career mode, man. They are really good on career mode. We've got them in the Champions League semi-finals. We cannot afford to take Sociedad lightly right now. At home, first leg, Celtic Park. We've taken the lead into every second leg this season. I want to keep that trend continuing, which we do. Moretti, he's definitely going to be suspended, isn't he? Moretti gets another yellow card. Castellanos and Malacia get the goals. We take a 2-1 lead back to Spain. Yep, there it is. He's suspended. Moretti's suspended. To be fair, Veerman comes in. He did us a real solid against Roma in the quarterfinals second leg, so he probably deserves this start. Once again, for the third time this season, we have a lead to hold on. This time though, a spot in the Champions League final is on the line, and we hold on. O'Reilly with a yellow card. Castellanos with the brace. Please, O'Reilly. I feel like I haven't seen him get too many yellow cards. I'm hoping our captain and star midfielder isn't suspended for the Champions League final. Oh no! Matt O'Reilly is suspended for the Champions League final. Oh my God. That is not what we needed, but it is an opportunity for revenge from last year's loss. We have Barcelona in the Season 5 Champions League final. They thumped Man United 5-1 in the semi. A look around the grounds, Juventus beat Bayern Munich in a star-studded Europa League final. PSV win the Conference League. We have turned it around in the second half of the season. We've won the Premier League, and we've done it with a 7-point lead. That is massive. Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, all out of the top 4. We win a Premier League, though, with Celtic. They're well and truly swimming now. Liverpool do win the FA Cup. We've done pretty piss poor all video long in that tournament. And we can't go back-to-back in the Carabao Cup. But that does not bother me because we have won a Premier League title and we have an opportunity for the big one, the Champions League title. Bring it on. We're taking on Barcelona. Come on, Celtic. Alphonso Davies pushing up like he always does. Good block from Timber. Darwin Núñez straight at Chevalier. I'm grateful though. I kind of left a little bit in that one and was worried we're going to give away a pen. Just trying to thread the needles here. Just trying to get a bit of movement. Hickey going here. Oh, nice moves there from Mbuemo. Veerman holding it up nicely. Onto the run again, Mbuemo. Good pass. Nice. Lay it off. Declan Rice going for the long shot. That's what happens when you give it to a defensive midfielder. On his weak foot as well, I'm pretty sure. That would have been iconic, though. Just trying to defend here, fellas. Reece James pushing up. Don't let him, yeah, you can force him into trying to play that because that is shocking. This has been such a cagey first half, though. Nobody with really any opportunities. Oh, no. We've lunged in, and now Barca might get one last opportunity here in the first half. Hickey defending Darwin. Darwin, no shot. No shot for the Uruguayan. No shot. I'm not going to lunge in either unless it makes full sense. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno goes for the long shot there. Chevalier saw that one late. 1 minute of stoppage time has turned into almost 6. Just get it away. Get into the sheds. Header. Header. Oh my God. I thought we just conceded that. Malacia, use the pace, mate. He's got a bit of options. Bit of space down this left-hand side. I'm just going to keep pushing into the box here. Rafinha. Big tackle, Kiwior. Still on, though, for him. Rafinha. Rafinha blasts that one over. Palmer. Good skills to get past Reece James there. Unlocked a bit of space. I'm just looking for somebody. We get it there. Moretti. What a save, Edison. Can we get it again, though? Castellanos. Falls luckily to Moretti. Moretti. Playing that one out wide there. Hickey. Nobody really there. We're going to hold it up. We're going to go back there. We're going to flick it. Go. Veerman. Blocked. He's offside, isn't he? Castellanos. He wasn't offside. He was not offside. Oh, that is the luck we needed. I thought Castellanos was offside for all money, but that is not the case. We take the lead here. Where was he? Who kept him on side? I think one of the defenders? Barca have come out with a new vengeance here since they conceded. Pedri. Going there to Torreira. Torreira, shocking ball. Good read there, Chevalier. How's the dive attempt? Oh, no. No. Oh, straight to the keeper. What are you trying to flick it for? Oh, my God. Barcelona could not finish a root in a brothel right now, and it's the only thing saving us. Long shot. Oh my God, Chevalier sees that one late as well. Just chill. We need to hold on here. I have to get him on. Callum McGregor is coming on here for the final minutes. The final push towards being champions of Europe. And Barca throw it in backwards like some idiots. Oh my God. Castellanos saw everything late there. And we got so lucky. I don't know how we were offside. But we have moved Celtic to the Premier League and made them champions of Europe. What an absolutely insane journey, ladies and gentlemen. It is about to be confirmed here, though. Celtic are going to be champions of England and champions of Europe. If you guys enjoyed this video, though, make sure you click here to subscribe and click here to watch another video.